Recent episodes of Emmerdale saw Charity Dingle finally confess to her husband, Mack Boyd, about baby Leyla's true parentage, as well as the traumatic abuse she suffered at the hands of Dr Todd. A devastated Mack urged Charity to report Todd to the police. Charity has been battling immense emotional turmoil after Todd blackmailed and sexually assaulted her. Todd is aware that Leyla is actually the daughter of Charity and Ross Barton. Following an unexpected meeting with Serena, a compassionate stranger who unknowingly shares a significant connection to Charity, she realized she could no longer keep the truth hidden. Charity understood that she needed to come clean not only to Mack, but also to Sarah and Jacob, who have always believed Leyla was their child. During Thursday's extended episode, Charity took the first step towards putting things right by revealing everything to Mack. He reacted with anger, as Charity admitted that she had slept with Ross, his close friend. Charity explained that it had been a drunken mistake that happened only once, and insisted that she had regretted it ever since. She stressed that the affair had meant nothing to her. She then revealed that the consequences affected far more people than just herself and Ross, bringing Sarah and Jacob into the situation as well. Mack quickly realized what she was implying and was horrified. He was stunned to learn that Charity had known Ross was Leyla's biological father and had allowed Sarah to believe the baby was hers. Furious, Mack accused Charity of causing unimaginable pain. Charity defended her actions, saying she could not bear to take away Sarah's chance to experience motherhood. Mack told Charity that she had shattered his heart, would now break Sarah's too, and had unfairly dragged an innocent child into the middle of the deception. Unable to face Sarah herself, Charity asked Mack to tell her the truth instead. Although he initially agreed, he ultimately found himself unable to go through with it. After returning home, Mack admitted that he had sensed something was wrong with Charity for some time and asked her to tell him everything without holding anything back. Overcome with emotion, Charity finally revealed that Todd had raped her and explained that the police had previously informed her they could not proceed because there was insufficient evidence. Mack was heartbroken by the revelation, but he encouraged Charity to delay telling Sarah and Jacob for the time being and instead focus on ensuring Todd faced justice. He assured Charity that despite his anger over her betrayal, he would still support her during her darkest moments. Mack also made it clear that Todd's actions were not some form of punishment for Charity's mistakes, insisting that Todd was simply a predator who had exploited her vulnerability. Determined to see justice served, Mack urged Charity to tell the police every detail about what had happened. Spoilers for next week suggest that Charity follows his advice and approaches the authorities, prepared to fight back against Todd once and for all. Emmerdale viewers watched Lewis uncover a long-hidden family secret as the dramatic kidnapping storyline finally reached its conclusion. Ross Barton's attempt to protect Lewis ended in disaster when his half-brother discovered the truth about his biological father. After Kev Townsend returned to the village during the chaos surrounding a missing diamond and a kidnapping, he eventually decided to reveal everything to Lewis, who did not take the news well. During Thursday's hour-long episode, Ross used Kev as a bargaining tool in an effort to save Lewis from his captor, Kylie. Earlier, Kylie had delivered a ransom demand, instructing Lewis's father to return a valuable diamond known as Penny. As Ross investigated further, he uncovered two shocking truths. Kev was actually Lewis's biological father, and he was still in possession of Kylie's precious necklace. Ross later knocked Kev unconscious and took him to meet Kylie. Once there, the unusual situation became clearer when Kylie explained that she and Kev had once been in a relationship. The diamond necklace, named Penny, had been created from the ashes of their beloved cat after it died. After managing to free Lewis, Ross attempted to shield him from the truth by falsely taking responsibility for stealing from Kylie. Despite Ross trying to keep him away, Kev unexpectedly arrived at Lewis's home, determined to confess his secret. Ross desperately urged him to stay silent, but Kev ignored his pleas and burst into a performance of Cat Stevens' father and son, before finally revealing that he was Lewis's dad. Kev then tried to convince Lewis to give him a chance, explaining that he had changed his life, stayed out of prison, and hoped they could build a father-son relationship. However, Lewis was deeply hurt by years of abandonment and had no interest in forming a bond with him. Telling Kev exactly how he felt, Lewis declared that since Kev had never wanted him, he no longer wanted anything to do with him. Ross then ordered Kev to leave. Clearly upset by the revelation, Lewis later told Vinny and Ross that he needed some time alone to process everything. But Kev had no intention of walking away. Later at the Woolpack, Nicola King criticized him for revealing such life-changing news to Lewis and then disappearing. Surprisingly, Kev agreed with Nicola's criticism. Admitting that she was right, he announced to both Nicola and Ross that he had decided to remain in the village instead of leaving. Mackenzie Boyd's life is left in turmoil in Emmerdale after Charity Dingle finally confesses a series of devastating secrets. Following a heart-to-heart with Serena Sugden earlier in the week, Charity realized she could no longer continue hiding the truth from those closest to her. Serena helped her understand that the burden of so many lies was tearing her apart, and that honesty was the only way forward. Although terrified of the consequences, Charity accepted that Serena's advice was right. Gathering her courage, Charity told Mack that she had been carrying painful secrets that were eating away at her, and that she could no longer keep them hidden. She first admitted that she had slept with Ross Barton last year, the event that set her complicated web of deception in motion. She then revealed another shocking truth. Baby Leyla is not actually the daughter of Sarah and Jacob Sugden. Mack was overwhelmed, as one revelation followed another, leaving him struggling to process everything Charity was telling him. At one stage, he walked out of the house and encountered Sarah outside. He came close to revealing the truth about Leyla, but eventually returned home and admitted to Charity that he simply couldn't go through with it. However, Charity still had one more heartbreaking confession to make. Hinting that there was something else she needed to tell him, Charity finally revealed that she had been raped. Mack initially assumed that her attacker had been a man, but he was left stunned when Charity disclosed that the person responsible was Dr. Todd. Charity also explained that Dr. Todd had been blackmailing her, laying bare every painful secret she had been carrying. After finally opening up, she was left uncertain about what to do next. Despite his anger over Charity's betrayal, Mack told her that he could still support her while struggling with everything she had done. Sitting beside her, he explained that although Sarah deserved to learn the truth about Leyla, their immediate priority should be ensuring Dr. Todd faced justice. Mack urged Charity to inform the police about the blackmail, believing they needed to know the full story. Charity remained deeply frightened about speaking to DS Reed, fearing that doing so could expose the truth about Leyla to everyone else. Even so, she understood that reporting Todd could strengthen the case against her and increase the chances of securing a conviction. Charity knew that she could not continue living with these secrets indefinitely. Although she and Mack have shared the truth, their relationship has been permanently altered. With Sarah and Jacob still unaware of Leyla's true parentage, and Ross having no idea that Mack now knows everything, the drama is far from over. Emmerdale is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday at 8 p.m. and is also available to stream on ITVX.